Most people grow up hearing the same advice again and again. Eat your vegetables and you will stay healthy. For decades, that message has been repeated by doctors, schools, and health magazines. And for many years, it was largely true. Vegetables provide vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds that support the body. But what almost no one talks about is this. After the age of 60, the body does not respond to food in the same way it once did. This is not because the body is broken. It is because it has changed. Kidney function becomes less efficient. Digestion slows. Blood sugar control is not as flexible as it used to be. The gut lining becomes more sensitive, and low-grade inflammation becomes easier to trigger. These changes are a normal part of aging, but they quietly alter how certain foods interact with the body. But that means some vegetables that felt harmless for decades may now place extra strain on bones, joints, blood sugar balance, or digestion when eaten frequently. The effects are rarely dramatic. They do not show up as sudden illness. Instead, they appear slowly. Morning stiffness that feels harder to shake off, legs that feel weaker during simple walks, fatigue that seems to arrive earlier in the day, mild bloating or discomfort after meals that never used to cause problems. Because these changes happen gradually, many older adults assume they are simply signs of getting older. Food is rarely suspected, but in reality, daily eating habits can quietly influence inflammation levels, nutrient absorption, and energy stability over time. This video is not about fear or restriction. It is about awareness. Vegetables are not good or bad on their own. What matters is how often they are eaten, how they are prepared, and how an aging body responds to them. When seniors understand that the rules change after 60, food becomes a tool instead of a source of confusion. By learning which vegetables may be harder on the body and which ones provide real support, older adults can make small adjustments that protect strength, mobility, and independence for years to come. Once this shift in awareness is understood, a natural question follows. If vegetables are still important, where does the problem actually begin? The answer is not one single food. It is the interaction between aging biology and certain plant compounds that the body now handles less efficiently than before. After 60, the kidneys no longer filter waste as quickly as they once did. The digestive system absorbs nutrients more slowly. The gut lining becomes more sensitive, and the immune system reacts more strongly to irritation. These changes mean that compounds which once passed through the body without issue may now linger longer, bind to minerals, or trigger low-grade inflammation. This is not failure. It is simply a different operating mode. Some vegetables contain natural substances designed to protect the plant itself, and these compounds are not harmful by default. In younger bodies, they are usually processed and cleared without difficulty. But in older adults, repeated exposure can quietly increase stress inside the body. Over time, this stress may affect calcium balance, joint comfort, blood sugar stability, or digestive ease. What makes this challenging is that the effects are rarely obvious. There is no immediate reaction that clearly points to a specific food. Instead, the body gives subtle signals. Joints that feel more stiff in the morning, legs that tire more quickly, a sense of heaviness after meals, fluctuating energy levels that seem unpredictable. Because these symptoms develop slowly, they are often blamed on age rather than daily habits. This is why so many seniors feel confused. They believe they are eating correctly, following advice they have heard their entire lives, yet their bodies feel less stable than expected. The missing piece is not effort, it is information. The rules that worked at 40 or 50 do not always apply the same way after 60. This does not mean vegetables should be avoided. It means they should be chosen with more intention. Frequency matters. Preparation matters. Individual response matters. What supports one person may quietly burden another. Paying attention to how the body feels after certain meals is not being restrictive. It is being responsive. By understanding that aging changes how the body interacts with food, seniors gain back a sense of control. Food stops being a source of frustration and becomes a practical tool for support. In the next part, we will begin looking at specific vegetables that often cause hidden strain after 60 and explain why they affect the aging body the way they do. Now that the underlying shift has been made clear, it becomes easier to talk about specific vegetables that often create hidden strain after 60. This is where many seniors are surprised. These foods are not rare or exotic. They are familiar, widely used, and often praised as healthy choices. That familiarity is exactly why their effects are rarely questioned. One of the key issues is mineral balance. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing and distributing minerals like calcium and magnesium. Some vegetables contain natural compounds that can bind to these minerals in the digestive tract. When this happens repeatedly, the body may struggle to use nutrients that are essential for bone strength, muscle function, and nerve stability. Over time, this can quietly contribute to weaker bones or slower recovery after activity. Another issue involves inflammation. Certain vegetables contain plant defense compounds that can irritate the gut lining in sensitive individuals. After 60, the gut barrier is often more fragile. When irritation becomes frequent, low-grade inflammation can develop. This type of inflammation does not cause sharp pain or obvious illness. Instead, it shows up as stiffness, joint discomfort, slower movement, or fatigue that seems to come from nowhere. Blood sugar response is another factor that becomes more important with age. Some vegetables digest quickly and cause rapid rises in blood sugar. In younger bodies, this is usually corrected without much effort. In older adults, repeated spikes can place extra stress on metabolic balance. Over time, this may affect energy levels, circulation, and nerve comfort, and especially in the legs and feet. The important point is this: these effects are not the result of one meal. They develop through repetition. Eating the same vegetables daily, prepared the same way, without noticing how the body responds, is often what creates problems. This is why awareness matters more than strict rules. If you have noticed more stiffness, digestive discomfort, or uneven energy after meals, this may be worth paying attention to. It is not about blame. It is about learning how your body communicates. In the next section, we will look closely at specific vegetables that many seniors may want to limit or eat less often, and explain why they can be harder on the aging body. If this information is helping you see your daily habits differently, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. With that foundation in place, we can now look at how seniors can regain balance instead of feeling restricted or confused. The goal is not to eliminate vegetables or follow extreme rules. The goal is to shift from automatic habits to informed choices that work with the aging body rather than against it. One of the most important changes is timing and variety. Eating the same vegetables every day, especially in large portions, can increase repeated exposure to compounds the body may struggle to handle after 60. Rotating vegetables, mixing colors, and spreading intake throughout the day can reduce stress on digestion and mineral balance. Small changes like these often make a noticeable difference in how the body feels. Preparation also matters more than many people realize. Cooking methods can change how vegetables interact with the body. Light cooking can make certain nutrients easier to absorb and reduce compounds that irritate the gut. This does not mean everything must be overcooked. It means paying attention to how your body responds to raw versus cooked foods and adjusting accordingly. Another key factor is pairing. Vegetables are rarely eaten alone. When they are combined with protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich foods, digestion slows and blood sugar response becomes more stable. This helps reduce sudden energy drops and supports better nutrient use. For seniors, balanced meals are often more important than focusing on any single food. Listening to the body is essential. Signals like stiffness the morning after a meal, digestive discomfort, or feeling unusually tired are not random, and they are feedback. Instead of ignoring these signs or blaming age, seniors can use them as guidance. Adjusting portion size, preparation, or frequency is often enough to restore comfort. This approach replaces fear with confidence. Food becomes a tool again, not a source of worry. When seniors understand that aging changes how the body responds, they can make thoughtful adjustments without giving up enjoyment or nutrition. In the final part, we will focus on vegetables that tend to support strength, mobility, and long-term comfort after 60. These foods work gently with the body and can become reliable allies when eaten consistently. Stay with us as we shift from what to limit to what to prioritize for healthy aging. As everything comes together, one message stands above the rest. Aging does not mean the body is failing. It means the body is changing, and those changes deserve respect rather than fear. After 60, food choices matter not because seniors are fragile, but because the margin for error becomes smaller. What you eat consistently can either quietly drain strength or steadily support it. Throughout this discussion, a clear pattern has emerged. Many of the discomforts people associate with aging do not appear overnight. They build slowly through repeated habits. Daily meals influence inflammation, mineral balance, digestion, and energy stability more than most people realize. Vegetables are not automatically helpful or harmful. Their impact depends on frequency, preparation, and how an aging body responds. The most important lesson is awareness. Paying attention to subtle signals like stiffness, digestive discomfort, fatigue, or changes in balance is not overthinking. It is listening. These signals are feedback, not failure. Small adjustments made early often prevent larger problems later. Rotating foods, adjusting portions, changing preparation methods, and pairing meals more thoughtfully can restore comfort without restriction. Healthy aging is not about perfection. It is about consistency. A few supportive choices repeated daily matter far more than occasional extremes. When seniors understand how their bodies work now, food becomes a tool again. Not a source of confusion or guilt, but a quiet form of support. The goal is not just health. It is independence. It is staying steady on your feet, confident in your movement, and clear in your thinking. These qualities are built gradually through daily habits that respect the body as it changes. If this video helped you see your meals differently, take a moment to like it and subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone over 60 who may benefit. And ask yourself one simple question today. What small change can I make this week to better support my body? That single step is often where lasting improvement begins.